Welcome to the Boob Show. Didn't start with no intro. Of course, I'm a little late. Had this live up that I was going to do yesterday, but I decided to do it today. Happy holidays to everybody. The beginning of those holidays. Got to have my drink, my eggnog, and E&J. What I drink every holiday. Just gives me that little boost, a little something. As y'all can see what the title is. What did the Dogon tribe, the Great Pyramid of Giza, Orion's belt, and UFOs have in common? I'm not too sure if anybody knows what the Dogon tribe is, but I'll get into that. Pretty sure how my streams are getting out, or my notifications or whatever. You know, I'm probably low on the totem pole on that, but it's all good. Like I say, I can have one person in here, 0 people in here. This is something that needs to be talked about. Hopefully, people will go back and look at the live and see what I'm talking about, investigate into it, do a little research. But the reason I put those all together and what makes them in common starts with the Dogon tribe. Of course, I'm going to have videos at the end, few UFO videos, of course, because it all ties into the same thing. With the Dogon tribe, their history goes back too far than what these 2 astrologers went and seen when they talked to him in 1931. The thing about the Dogon tribe, they call them the astronomer tribe of the nation. They know everything about the stars. They were the first tribe, if you look into it, to tell that there was a planet or a smaller star. This is the Dogon tribe. The mask and all that have significance. It's all based on Orion's belt. This is Orion's belt. These 3 stars right here. As you can see, the bottom star is what's known as Sirius. And the Dogon tribe was one of the first tribe. What it was, around 1931, 1956, they had 2 French guys, anthropologists. One was Marcel Gourau, and another one named was Germain Dieterlin. They traveled to Northwest Africa. That's where the Dogon tribe is, Northwest Africa. And from 1931 to 1956, they were studying the Dogon tribe. But around the end of 1946, 45, 46, one of the anthropologists spent 33 days just holding conversation with the head Dogon, a tribal leader. And he told him a whole lot of things that made the anthropologists a little skeptical about what he was saying. And for them, they thought, you know, as a Dogon tribe, they were giving him secrets of their tribe. And they were one of the first that had maintained that there was a number. They had knowledge of the Sirius star, but behind it, it was another star behind it. Well, they couldn't confirm that because they couldn't realize, imagine how this tribe in West Africa, 1931, no telescope, no TV, no newspaper, no anything, could just point to a star and say there's a smaller star behind it. But I believe it was 1840 something. They found out that there was a guy who had a telescope, had seen the actual dwarf star that was behind Sirius A. So when the anthropologists went back and found out, wait a minute, in 1846, they did find a star behind this star. Then they started believing things that the Dogon tribe was saying. The thing about the Dogon tribe and what comes to the Egyptian pyramids, the 3 Egyptian pyramids, the Great Pyramids of Giza, just like the Star of Sirius. If you look at the Star of Sirius, in another picture, it'll give you this bottom star is Sirius, the top star, which is much smaller than the 2 stars. This is what's considered Orion's belt. Some say it's the Big Dipper. They'll give that analogy. And then Betelgeuse you can always see because I believe that's a star that's burning out, so it gives different colors, whatnot. Anyway, the Dogon tribe pointed to this star Sirius, said there was a star behind it. There's a name for both outside stars, but it's nothing on this middle star. And the reason I say that, if you look at it here, this is Orion's belt. You can clearly see in the night sky that these 2 stars are big. This front one is smaller, or the top one is smaller. This one has a name. It's called Anthelonius or something to that name. And this bottom one is Sirius, and there's a star between it. But this middle one, it has no name. It has no significance. And the reason why I bring that up is because in the Great Pyramids, this is the Great Pyramids of Giza. As you can see, there's 2 big ones and there's 1 small one. If there was an overview of these pyramids, they're in the same alignment with Orion's belt. Both of these, the outside one, if you look, you'll see it's little, like other buildings on that side of it, or whatever you want to call it. The same with this bottom one, where they say there's always there is a dwarf star behind the Sirius star. In Egyptian philosophy, Osiris and let's say his wife's name. They're connected with the stars. They're connected with Sirius. They have the 3 little pyramids that's right next to it. I assume, giving it the meaning that there is planet circling this actual pyramid or the star of Orion's belt, because it's in the same alignment. This middle one, what they say is the Great Pyramid of Giza. For years, they've always said it has no, they can't figure out what it's there for. What is this purpose? What they ain't found no mummified bodies. They haven't found anything. Asiatic Supreme, Asar, Aset, and Huru. Yeah, Dugons are some of the descendants of the survivors of Atlantis. If that's true, that's where they get, because there's no saying of where they came from other than finding them in West Africa. However, they have knowledge of Egypt in Egypt's history, as well as the stars. As I said, that's why there's a connection between the Great Pyramids of Giza and Orion's belt. He said Asar, Aset, and Huru. There's another name, Aman. Is it? Because, like I said, they were considered one of the first astronomy tribes. The Greek called Osiris, Isis, and Horus. There you go. Basically, those are the three. I've said this once before. Most religions and everything in that history is always in the Trinity. It's based on three. That's why when the Dugons pointed to the star Sirius and said that's where they came from, because they also told the guy's story of them coming in a spaceship. That's what a spaceship part of Sirius, the star itself, and the Great Pyramids of Giza. Because if they're formatted or aligned just as much as Orion's belt, what was the purpose of doing that on land? Because you can't see it. Maybe that's a point, knowing this is where I come from. This is a point on Earth that's pointed to something that's coming down. Oh, there it is, just like a marker. Most use a marker to signify when and where you're going to. But in that point, I believe the Dogon tribe was one of the first ones, astrology-wise, to point out without even having, so they had to get some type of knowledge. In order for them just to point to a star and say there's something else behind it, that's a hell of a guess. But in 1931, their history reflected back what their ancestors sent down from them. Osiris, Nefertiti, King Tutankhamun, all them had alligator heads. I haven't got into that and see what the significance of alligator heads, but they also have said that most aliens or beings from somewhere else had that alligator head. There's even pictures of African tribes that still do that, alligator heads on their babies. They do it. They tie up their heads. Let me see if I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Because they're still doing it. They're still doing it. What they do is wrap the kid's head. You know, it's always been said, you know, if you're a parent, They used to say mold the baby head this way so he doesn't have this type of head. But in the history, let me share this. In history, we've been doing that for some years, for thousands of years. I ain't gonna say a few years, thousands of years. This is one with a baby. See, can y'all see that? That's where the baby's head. That's different heads in Africa that have been born to make their head elongated. What was the purpose of that if it hasn't been dropped down from century to century? That these was what these beings were doing, coming down looking like. You know, so that was only a little bit I was going to get into with the Dogon tribe. I'm going to get more information on them, more historical facts. I have a few, but I don't want to take that long. Like I said, I don't really want to be on here that long. I just want to drop my videos. But that's a conversation that we can get into from time to time basis, because I believe they're one of the first tribes with the astronomy fact of it to know that there's other planets out there. And how much do they know when they say this is where beings came from, this planet? They're already letting us know, this was 1930 something, that we're not the only inhabitants of a planet. Alligator heads are found in many ancient civilizations: Africa, Egypt, Peru, China. They were imitating the gods. There you go. That's what I'm about. And their gods is something that came down here in order for them to see that and pass down through generations. See, so when people say gods, they only mean in a higher being. So when I talk to people and I say, I don't believe in this religion, I don't believe in that, I just believe in a higher being. Something that has made everything out there. Everything. Every planet. There's too many planets. There's too many galaxies. There's too much. It's just too much out there. It's infinity. When they came up with the number infinity, that is space. There is no up and down in space. We can say it on this planet, up and down. We know that the ground to us is down. Above us is up. It's the reverse in Australia. Their up is our down is their up. But in space itself, there is no up and down. It's infinity. It goes for however. We're just a little globe sitting in space. So to believe that we're the only planet with existence on it is truly minute. But however, I got these videos. I want y'all to check them out. They're interesting. I always play. These are actual regular people who happen to just be looking up. And I tell everybody, and I'll say it on each one of my shows that I do on this, you know, just look up. Happy Turkey Day to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Get you some eggnog, some of that brandy. You know, that's my drink for the holidays. I'm starting day before, and I'll be drinking it all the way up until New Year's. As long as I can find the eggnog before they sell it out. As eggnog goes like shit, eggs at a time. The toast to everybody that's looking at it, may look at it later. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into these videos, man. I hope y'all like them. And like I say, if you don't believe that the shit is true, just hit down in the comments. That shit is fake. But I guarantee you, every video I show, there's no explanation for some of the shit that's there that you're going to see, that other people are filming. This is not some CGI shit where this is actual footage from individuals every day that I bring this to you. Sure, I'm not going to bring it tomorrow. Can't say I'm going to do it Friday. I'm going to do my Southside Saturday. Shout out to all the people that came out on Southside Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? And blessed the platform. I appreciate all of y'all. Let me get this off of here. I appreciate everybody that came through. We're going to do it again this Saturday. I may do another video, part 2 on the Dogon tribe. Just a little bit more information about who they believed in and where you get amen from. When Catholics say at the end of every statement or what do you call it, scripture or something, you say amen. I'm gonna say where that came from, maybe in part 2 of the Dogon tribe, because they're a very interesting tribe, because that's not the only place that they spoke on about a planet being behind another planet and saying that's where we came from. And this was in 1931, before they could even get brainwashed by the media system or newspaper. There was no phones, there was no nothing. They just in the woods of West Africa, and they get interviewed, and they tell it all what they believe, and then the shit happens to be true. Up and down, left, right, forwards, backwards, in and out, dimensions and time and space. Exactly, Asiatic Supreme. I appreciate you stopping through, man, with this knowledge. But exactly, that's why I say it's infinite. We just a ball, a orb sitting in darkness. Sitting in darkness. Everything around us, there is no directions really in space, because it's infinite either way. No matter where you are in it, you go in that direction, it's infinity. You go any direction, it's infinity. You can keep going and keep going. You might run into something, but once you pass that, you're going to keep going, keep going. Our bodies ain't built for that. That's why we can't go nowhere. But if something can get to us, but we can't get to it, makes you have to think. All the shit that's in the sky, some of this shit just makes you have to say, come on, man. But now let me ramble. Let's get on with this video. This part is the news. Speaking on it, what little that they do speak on the shit, they just happen to be speaking on it here because it got more exposure. The only time the news is going to talk about it is if it get real major exposure. Or it's caught on something like 911 call, like the guy, the dudes in Vegas. If they would have just never called 911 and just told their story to the newspaper, they wouldn't have got that high publicity. They wouldn't have got the ability to come to their house and tell them to shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing else. Leave that shit alone. Y'all seen what y'all seen. Let that shit go. Don't do no more news articles. Don't do no more interviews. Don't do anything. You see how quick they shut them up? Because they knew whatever they seen was real. Our government don't want nobody to know that. They want to keep that shit as quiet as they want. But you'll see. Other countries, they push their shit to get out. Let's get into this.
A UFO in China's skies forced Zhoushan Airport to stop operations on July 7th. Outbound flights were grounded after the unidentified flying object was detected by a flight crew. The incident has captured the attention of Chinese media, and theories about the UFO's identity are burning up on the internet as well. They include everything from a hidden U.S. bomber to an elaborate man-made hoax. For now, the UFO continues to be a mystery. A spokesman from China's Civil Aviation Administration confirmed to ABC News that the matter is under investigation.
Some Chinese residents are on edge this morning after another apparent UFO sighting. It's the second one in 2 weeks. The first sighting was on July 7th, and an airport had to be shut down.
All right, that's a UFO if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, can you identify it?
That's undeniable.
The airport had to be shut down after people apparently saw twinkling lights above the airport terminal. 17 flights had to be diverted. The latest sighting happened just 2 days ago, and people say they saw 4 lantern-like objects forming a diamond shape in the air, hovering in the sky for over an hour. And aviation experts say they don't know what it was. It wasn't a plane.
Look at that. It just distanced itself from whatever it had behind.
Scientists from all over the world are trying to figure out what caused the mysterious blue light to spiral in the sky over Norway on Wednesday.
As UFO sightings go, this one was as good or as weird as it gets.
A light appearing high in the Arctic sky, baffling those who saw it and exciting a lot of comment. Early yesterday morning, just before dawn, this appeared in the Norwegian sky. A blue light, small at first, growing into a spiral, and then disappearing into what appeared to be a black hole. In the northern community of Trøndelag and on a Norwegian...
Now look at that. A big old hole that they take a picture of. But, of course, that shit was washed right up under the carpet. You ain't seen that. I ain't see this until I was looking through the videos. But this was all over the news. It was washed under. Why? Because they don't want you to know.
Military base, cell phones snapped, video cameras rolled, and bloggers got busy.
Tonight, Norwegian authorities are investigating strange lights seen in the Arctic sky. The spiraling white light was seen for several minutes Wednesday morning. Locals say the light appeared to be bigger than the moon. Thousands of Norwegians bombarded the Meteorological Institute to ask what that light could have possibly been. Some feared it could have been a meteor. Others a black hole, and there are even those that thought it could be aliens.
A strange spiraling white light was spotted in the early morning sky over Sydney, with even skeptical witnesses wondering if it was a UFO. The unusual sight was recorded by hundreds of people from Victoria north to Queensland.
A spiral in the sky around a bright light.
Scientists left baffled by an unexplained circular light seen hovering high over Moscow on Wednesday evening. People described seeing a wide circular formation in the sky. Footage captured.
You know, what would make you think that is? I mean, just an anomaly in the sky with the clouds, but it's got a real 360-degree area around it. I mean, it's a complete circle. So, I mean, that could be an anomaly, but
The spectacle will help whether scientists and specialists find an explanation for the event.
Oh, yeah. But you can't see it if you don't look up.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem? And why did it stop over one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
This is
There's
crazy.
a new video
too.
this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. You see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing.
Now it is sparking intense debate on the internet. Trace Gallagher following this live from our West Coast News. So the question is, what was that UFO? What was it doing over Jerusalem? And, you know, is he back?
Yeah, and that is the question, by the way, Megan, because, you know, critics, it's difficult for them to dismiss this because there are so many different angles. We've got 4 different videos, all from various perspectives, but they do not know of anything like this in the Israeli army.
Look how fast it shoots up.
All right, because listen, I don't like to be scared. I just can't take it. It's, I don't know what it is.
Well, I wish I could give you an answer to this bizarre sighting. I really can't, but I can tell you that earlier today, there were dozens and dozens of people right here on 23rd and 8th. They were standing right here, and they were all in a stupor, just crowded together, looking into the sky.
Well, a lot of people are looking up. It's because of a mystery in the sky. Is it a balloon, a UFO? Whatever it is, it sure has a lot of people talking. Eyewitness News reporter Jeff Begay is live in Chelsea, where crowds have gathered. Jeff, what's this all about?
Talk about it.
Well, Sade, we don't know.
Wipe this shit right under the rug. Over a major city, South Africa, South America. Y'all see that one split? And all these are basically a compilation of a whole bunch of people videotaping it. A lot of them made it to the news. A lot of them didn't make it to the news. But you have to say, but all of them can't be balloons. All of them can't be our government military. All these years we thought it was just a ghetto bird. Oh yeah. It definitely ain't that. It's bigger than the ghetto bird. Then you're gonna see one that's this was crazy. How fast it just shoots up.
Look at that.
3 stars.
Oh my gosh. What the heck is that?
What is that?
Watch them come together
Look, they joined.
and then split up.
Oh my gosh.
Disclosure is very close, and the American people need to prepare themselves very soon for an announcement from our government that there is, in fact, extraterrestrial presence engaging this planet and the human race.
Oh yeah. They're gonna have to do it one day. Now watch this. This may be one of our rockets coming back to Earth. Huh? That's one of our rockets. Press the rocket. I don't think so. This was a trip because I actually heard this live while he was actually on.
And you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi.
I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, I'm sorry, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now aren't.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting.
So if y'all didn't really get that audio, that was a dude that had called in to the Art Bo show, and he was a government official, and he was trying to speak on what the government isn't telling us about aliens that's coming to this earth or on this earth. But what happened is, what you'll see is why he was still trying to tell it. This show has never been cut off the air in the history of, he had been on maybe 10, 15 years prior to this. And he had never, where his whole system just shut down while the dude was talking. But you can also remember the dude said they're going to triangulate my spot where I'm at, so I don't have that long, and that's what happened. Oh shit, I done went all the way back. Hold on.
I started getting.
See, this is where they're going to talk about.
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
It's the government, or?
I don't know.
It has to be something, though.
Well, did you hear? Now, you tell me, because you were listening.
That was awful strange.
There was a really weird guy on the air when it went off?
Yeah. Real weirded out.
Like going sort of sounding paranoid, schizophrenic?
Like crying and everything.
Yeah. And how far into the conversation was it when it went off?
It's just a couple, about 15, 20 seconds, I'd say.
Oh, you guys missed, you really missed a call then, and I've got a feeling somebody didn't want you to hear it.
Yeah. Because it was really strange. All of a sudden I'm hearing Mark Furman.
That's right. Well, the network, of course, went immediately to a backup tape while we tried to figure out what blew up here. The transmitter went. So that's what you heard. Suddenly, for some unknown reason, I've never seen it do this in all the years that we've been on the air. I have never seen the transmitter in this way just simply fail, massively fail, like a massive heart attack of some kind.
Somebody cut their shit off. He had never seen it. Now we're gonna get back to the video. This is a bunch of orbs. I didn't get the city where it's at, but as you can see, those are definitely not stars. And when people say they could be drones, drones have lights, but they're not fully.
This light out here over the horizon, there was 2 lights, and then it turned into 1, and then it keeps fading out, and then it comes back on. It's flickering. It's not moving. It stays in the same spot, and it looks like it's like orange. It looks like fire is what it looks like. Oh, there's a second one just came on. You see that? I have no idea what that is.
This is a regular person filming something outside his apartment or whatever.
And one just flickered out again. Now it just came on above it, the one that flickered. That is really weird.
If y'all seen that.
So the light was below it, and if the lower one flickered out, and then the light came back on above it. Now there's a third one that just came on.
See, now that's what's crazy.
All right, bottom one just flickered back off again.
You can say that's plain. What?
And they're not moving, so that's the weirdest damn thing.
But that's a hell of a way to do CGI in the sky while a person is videoing. That's the only thing I can say about it. One went out and another one came on.
There's no airplanes in the sky. You can see they're not moving.
See, that one just went out. It's only one left. Another one with 3 orbs. Another one, orbs, lighting up and disappearing in the sky.
Oh my God, come here. Come here. We're not leaving. That is not a plane. It's not a plane at all. It looks like an Ibani, dude.
Oh, dude. Ibani. What's Ibani? Stuff that Jonathan Castro did a lot.
Wow.
Snake-like things.
See it? Look.
Yeah. Straight up tube, cigar shape.
It's going that way. Hold on.
I'm gonna be flying up right now.
I knew that wasn't a plane. I was like, that shit is just going too slow to be a plane.
Yeah.
All right, here.
Vertical direction.
Here I should
Or
get
a
it.
The horizontal direction.
That limb is going behind it. Okay, there it goes. Got it. Thank the God. See, look.
That thing,
Whoa! Oh!
Did you get the bird passing by?
No.
Damn. I see it in your viewfinder, but where is it here?
It's going right. It's going right, and
take a drink.
I want to say it's I can't tell where it's above, dude. Oh, this is so cool.
I see it now.
You got it? Okay.
Yep. Got the orb.
Погоди. Я тебе отвечаю, там что-то летало.
Believe this was in Russia.
Во. Вау. Офигенно.
Those lights were too bright to be a plane going in and out, or whatever you may want to call it.
What the fuck? Офигеть. ЛО прям над нашим сраным городом. Блин, я знал, что они существуют. Слушай, они как будто разговаривают, да? Вообще клево.
Those orbs blinking in and out.
Где? Все.
This one was in China. Was awfully strange. I don't speak that language. They didn't seem too panicked, but they definitely stayed filming it.
Oh, 天地がない。
As you can see, it seems like it's 6 different objects. 3 orange and 3 lighter on the side.
お父さん、左側が3つなって。
3つなってる、4つなってる。
そろそろここ来るんじゃない？お父さん、カメラ交代してもらっていい？カメラ？寒い。違う。あっちの一つ下にもう一個あるよ。
Now the other 3 seem to be getting brighter. Right next to it.
さっきみたいに消えるかな。何これ？
My thing is, they have to stop saying those are drones. There go another one just.
すごいね。増えた。おお。
And you see the other 3 ones seem to got closer to other group.
9体違うよ。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、11なんてよ。よく見たら光が3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11。
I wish I could understand what they were saying. Because I know they like, what the fuck? In a respectable way. And it seemed they all left. I don't know if they turned the camera off and went back to the same spot, but as you can see, then they came back. It seemed like they cut the camera off.
すごいびっくり。なんだろうあれ。さっきはロージーの上だったわけよ。
いや、これ見たことない。
UFO かもな。今ちょうど映してるよ。
嘘でしょ。
だからよ。県庁の上に来た。
飛行機飛ぶよ。
That's what 2, 4, 6, 8 in a row. 6 on one side and 2 on the outside. You can clearly see it's a blinking plane going across the top of it. But it's not moving. It's just sitting there in the sky. That's what makes it just a tad bit more interesting, to say so myself, that the shit's not moving. But like I say, look up. Look, it's changing colors. The 2 on the left have moved up a little bit. Now they're not all in a straight line like they were. And 1 on the left just disappeared. But as you can see, they're just sitting in the sky. And it's deadly, just disappeared. And now they gone.
See that? What's the?
If they just turn off their lights and they still there.
So there's a jet. See how low because the jet's taking off.
Now look at this.
There's the light.
Goes up close. What is that? It's an ink.
Very strange light.
Two things.
As close as I can get. It's shaking. Oh my god, that's so ridiculous. It's shaking.
But look at the line. The top is big.
I'm not even moving the camera. Just when you get close, it's
even there.
It moves. I don't know why. Oh, it's going low. It's behind the tree now.
Does that look like a diamond shaped object? Surely doesn't look like a star. Surely doesn't look like a balloon.
Be interesting to see what was in our flight path. Since I'm in the flight path. It's low.
When she backs out, that's all it looks like.
That's the house.
Star.
I mean, it's up there. Right, I think at the top of the tree now.
But look what it looks like when she blows it up. That's not just a habit. Different person filming something different, same type of object, just looks different. It's not cut off in the middle, everything's circular inside. Yeah, Asiatic Spring goes back to the Dogon and the Great Pyramids of Giza. Pyramids upside down. This one, whatever it has in the center, I'm not sure. That definitely isn't an object that we know anything about. Government may, because I'm pretty sure they see it. Does that not look weird? Close up. When she backs out farther, it's just like light in the sky. Just like, and that's what you can do. You go outside, man, and you'll see shit like that just sitting in the sky, and you'll think it's a star, or you'll think tried to do. They got too close up on it. It's gonna be hard to do it on your phone or something like that. You're gonna have to have some type of digital camera or something to that extent. Because I've tried to get some shit that's on my camera. I can't get up this close. They're getting to this object. Actually, it looks like a star in the sky. From a distance. From a distance. This is a crazy object because you can see the people on the beach. So you know that they're seeing this crazy shit over the water. I'm not sure if this is on the West Coast or the East Coast. I didn't get a name on it. But at first you see whatever this object is, drop 3 or 4 items or objects into the sea, basically. See the 2 people cuddled up. They looking at it. They just thinking it's a star. The person, whoever it is at the bottom, has a more magnified camera to bring it in just a little bit more. And as you can see, there's 2 people still there. This is probably their homeboy in the background. Ain't, you know, he hugged up with his girl. He ain't got nobody. So he just said, fuck it, I'm just going to film the sky over the sea. And look, I've seen some shit. They probably didn't even know that he filmed it the way he filming it until after they left the beach. He's like, yeah, while y'all was hugged up, look what I got video. Now that one object turns to what? 4 objects there. The same objects. That was one full orb broke down in the, she could say 5 or 6 objects. There go another one at the bottom, another one, another 2 coming out the side. Yeah, I'm not sure. Whoever just walks across the camera, he's looking at it. And that was it. That was my videos for tonight. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed them. Like I said, we was on the Dogon tribe, you know, that speak about the UFOs, the Egyptian pyramids. You know, like I said, if you look in any religion, everything has a trinity to it. It has to do with Sirius and the Orion's belt. Those 3 stars, just like the Great Pyramids, those 3 pyramids. If you look at any religion, basically you have the 3 wise men. You have the cross was basically in 3 angles. Everything is in the Trinity. So to believe what the Dogon tribe was saying about Sirius and that star that's associated with Orion's belt, you'll get the analogy that 3s, you know, you go back to Masonic period, I believe it was. A lot of their numbers begin with the Trinity. A lot of our ancestral background as humans, not as race, but as humans, go back to that. the alligator heads. We'll get into that in another episode of the Dogon tribe and whatnot. Like I said, when I started this, I began with the Dogon tribe is one of the astronomy tribes of all tribes. They were in West Africa when they were interviewed from two astronomers from what is two astronomers from British rule, and they spoke about the stars of Orion's belt, one Sirius and the other one, I get that name so fucked up, starts with an A. I have to write it down the next time when I do the thing so I don't fuck it up. But it has, if you look at the correlation with the three pyramids, great pyramids of Giza, you'll notice that the middle one is the main one that everybody can't figure out what is the significance, what did it do? It has a lot of passages, but they think that was where they got the pattern, for doing what they did in Vegas with the Lexar, with the light. They think that the middle pyramid of the great pyramids of Giza was used for some type of signal pyramid, because its usage after that, they can't figure out what the usage is for that middle pyramid, which is the biggest pyramid out of the three. Even though the two, if you notice, has other mini pyramids or buildings or something around each one of those. The significance with that is that the stars of Orion's belt, they speak of the two outside ones. They've only found out that Sirius, which is the bottom one, has another dwarf planet circling it. If you look at the pyramids of Giza, that bottom one has objects that I guess would simulate that Sirius B floating around. And so if it's three of them there, they're saying it's two other dwarf planets circling that star that they just haven't figured out yet. That's my assumption, but I'll get deeper into that. I hope y'all like the videos. When y'all look at it again, or if it's your first time checking out the channel, man, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification, and I'll bring up more and more videos. And all I ask is, if you think they're believable, say that. If you think they're bullshit, say that as well. All I want you to do is look up. When you see what you see, just say, that nigga Goob did say that shit. Because it's out there. And eventually, they're going to show their presence to everybody on this planet. I'm just waiting for those that think what I talk about is crazy. When they see it, don't throw that shit away. Just don't throw it and say, oh, that was bullshit. My eyes was deceiving me. No, it's going to be real. Hey, this has been another episode of the Goob Show. I appreciate anybody and everybody that stopped through. Asiatic Supreme. Appreciate all the conversation back and forth with you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you give me a little bit more knowledge. I'm going to look up some of the things you said in the chat and come back on Friday with a little more information on the Dogon tribe, as well as other tribes that came after the Dogon tribe that introduced themselves into the astronomy aspect of their tribe. I'll get into the Dogon's mask. They're dancing when they do their little performances, and the reason why they dance with the mask on, why they're on stilts. That all has to do with the alien aspect of it. They don't speak into it as religious. They speak into it more as a spiritual. And there is a difference between spiritual and the religious. Religion, there's multiple religions. All of those religions are spiritual. Hey, until the next show, I appreciate everybody stopping through. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification so you check out some more of these videos, and I'm gonna keep them coming. And trying to wake everybody up. Until then, only thing I can say to you, look up. Look up. Peace. I'm out of here.